Okay, hi guys. My name is Viraj, and yeah, this is maybe an awkward angle. Anyways, so I'm gonna introduce myself a little bit, and basically, I'm lost, right? I'm 20 right now. I run my own software development agency or firm, and I've built a bunch of cool things throughout my life. Notably, like the most highest ROI and some things I've built at my agency would be a software for company secretaries that takes down filing time for their clients, like the companies they manage, from like 12 hours and a bunch of interns and a lot of oversight required to 5 minutes with perfect outputs every single time. So that's insane automation, like 120, 140 times increase, maybe more. I don't know, I don't remember the numbers. Then would be a portal for 1.2 lakh members for an organization. um, I built a website during COVID that was inaugurated and praised by the mayor of Pune. It actually helped save one life, I think, um, of an 86-year-old due to the plasma donation portal that I built there. I've built robots for the government of Maharashtra, like the government of Pune. I've donated them to various hospitals in Pune. Got awards for it by the municipal corporation. I've sent a rocket to space. Like I've been a very small part of a very large team that sent India's first hybrid rocket to space and put a bunch of femto satellites on that. So, and I am working at IIT Bombay to build Open HW, which was basically going to be an online lab so students can learn about IoT, which is probably the next big thing, physical intelligence. And yeah, there's so much going on. And I know my software agency, it's kind of doing good, not really. So I'm actively looking for appointment setters, um, closers, people in sales, and all that kind of stuff because I haven't been able to find someone who's good in that domain as of yet, because I'm really good at all the technical things and management and onboarding and that. Okay, so the agency's been going kind of good, but I wanna I wanna do something bigger, more ambitious. Um, I wanna go crazy. I wanna start a startup. Now, that's pretty vague, I know. So my first task is basically going to be to pick a niche. Duh. The thing is, I have like shiny object syndrome, like the women in the red dress. So the problem is that basically the shiny object syndrome is basically when you're doing something and you hear about some other opportunity and you instantly think, oh my god, this opportunity, this new thing which I know nothing basically about, or I know very little about. I'm gonna get into it and it's gonna be perfect for me and I'm gonna dominate, and my current thing, it's not really going great, so it's better to jump. It's just a syndrome, it's not reality. It never really works out like that. But I kind of have that, and logically, software development, I should just continue with that instead of trying to build a new startup in a segment I don't really know anything spectacular about. I don't really have any insider info, because apparently insider info is what this world runs on now. Anyways, so, and software development couldn't be so bad. Like, I know AI agents are not gonna take my business away, because even Sam Altman like publicly said it's not all that. It's going to be a while before we can have deployed agents in production that can completely replace humans. There's a lot of plus points to AI. I launched a startup, AI first startup, which got into a cohort to raise $100,000 and everything. So I know the benefits and I know the, you know, pros and cons. Let's just say. Now, picking a niche. Like I said, I've been into robotics. I've built, currently I'm building robots for MSMEs as well. So, and space, I really am interested in space. I've built like satellites, like I said, AI and the software. So I know that I want to do something that's really innovative. I know that I don't want to work for someone because a lot of people have told me like I'm the cream layer and I'll get a really cush paddy job and everything. But that's not what I want to do. I want to do something like really innovative, really crazy, really insane. And a job is not just having multiple clients, having problems that people haven't really solved before, and putting your time and energy into solving those problems is something I want to look forward to. Not the mundane, like you get up, okay, yeah, there's a website that a client wants, all right, you gather some basic info, you fill out your onboarding form, you put the client in the CRM, you build a website, it takes 2 weeks, you sell it, like you show it to them, there's some changes, you deliver it by end of week 3, end of week 4, you sign a retainer for hosting and security and blah blah blah. Who wants that? That's like, if you think I'm 20, we even if I work till 30, I want to spend my 10 years doing some of the most hardest things to ever be done, right? But by that logic, I should go into space, like some solutions. That's like a crazy difficult thing to do from India as a teenager, no real funding on, not as a teenager, as a young adult, no real funding on my hands, all of that. Um, so it's really hard, which kind of fits the narrative I've been speaking about till now. But the problem, well, I'm not sure how to get started. I'm not sure what I'll do in space and all of that. So I have all these domains right in front of me. I'm building like an AI agent for real estate people, like a cold outreach or an always on agent. You can, when customers call, it responds immediately when there's a missed call, or when there's an interaction with an ad of a real estate agent. Let's say you're an agent, somebody interacts with your ad, they instantly get a call within like 60 seconds. It boosts your conversions by 5 times or so, maybe more. um, your dead leads will turn into warm, or and a lot of warm convert more because you're just constantly following up thanks to my AI, all of that. Yeah, but that's not really innovation, is it? I'll just be building an orchestration layer, and that's not all that. So what do I do? I'm confused. um, I for sure know I'm not looking for investors. I don't want like people who will dilute my company, who will put their shareholder or private equity interests over my visions or bottleneck development. Maybe say, hey man, this whatever you're building it's not really going to be profitable for the medical industry, and we're making so much money off of selling recurring cancer treatments right now. So if you build a cancer treatment, for example, that's not gonna fly. I know that's not always the case, but I don't think I want that. Mentors, I'm totally open for, teachers, peers, but private equity is just kind of a red flag to me at this stage. So yeah, I'm gonna be building on YouTube. I think I'm gonna challenge myself for to 90 days of straight building. So picking something and sticking with it, and uploading like completely unedited videos like this on YouTube every day, a reel a day on Instagram, and the same reel, like the same video repurposed and put on LinkedIn, and at least like 3-4 hours of work a day on the business, and then maybe more, and then record this and put it out there for people to see. So even if I fail, at least whatever I do wrong, you can get a summary from ChatGPT, like what did Viraj do wrong, what do I not do. So the next 20-year-old, 19, 14, 16-year-old watching, they can just avoid what I do, and maybe they'll fail in another way, and the next guy can benefit from that, or they'll avoid my mistakes and be successful, or I'll just hack it, which everything I touch turns to gold, except I just gotta, you know, lock in. So I've built all of this. I've earned a lot of money. Well, not a lot. Let's just say I've earned money, some money, but I want to make a lot more, like unfathomable amounts, because there's a lot of things I want to do in life. Um, so yeah, there's all this on my mind. I'm gonna post maybe this or the same video I recorded before, which seemed like a better take. Um, I covered a lot more things in that, like my opinions on AI and predictive history and whatever. So I might not upload any of this. It might just be on this MacBook until I feel like I'm running out of storage, and then I'll pop one of these out into trash. So, but one thing's for sure, starting from today, which is May 30th of Saturday, I'm gonna be building for 90 days. I'm gonna spend like the first 5 days just picking a niche, piecing everything out, ensuring that what I'm doing is for the next 90 days not gonna be in vain. And yeah, let's I mean let's see where it goes.